Okay, guys, I'm just theorizing, but a couple things, okay, are coming to me. So, I've had so many dreams about gold, about all these things. Okay, before, I mean, this is why I research what I research, because it comes from my dreams and visions and everything. And so this dream that I had about the freeze, so it's like when Jesus comes, it's very important that you don't go anywhere. You don't answer the phone, the door, the nothing, okay? You don't have to open the window or okay, nothing. Just, you don't have to go outside. You don't have to climb up to your roof. You stay put, freeze, okay? That's how God kind of talks. It's like just the most simple, few amount of words possible. So, freeze. Like, you don't move a muscle, you don't go anywhere, freeze. So, that's the best way I can explain it, is to freeze, okay? Jesus will come to us, okay? Just remember that. That's very important, okay? Because there's a lot of, like, deception and all kinds of things. So, just remember, the enemy is going to use anything against us to trick us. So, it's very important. So, back whenever I finally realized, when my dad sent me a microscope and I finally had proof of, he had thought I had it and I had been sick for a while, but when I had finally examined things and had proof that I had Morgellons, whatever time frame that was, months ago, over the summer, whenever it was, or he sent it for me for my birthday, or around spring, whenever it was, I first found out about that. I was just sitting with God and asking him, I said, and working with Jesus, healing and all the, okay, so, and I just said, God, how are we gonna, it's everywhere, okay, so the trees are infected, wonder why they look all weird, dry, it's not just dry, but it's, like black, the barks, it's just, things don't look healthy, okay, the people don't look healthy, the trees don't look healthy, things aren't healthy. And from all the chemtrails and Morgellons, they're spreading that everywhere. So I'm like, there's no way to have a worldwide cleanup. It's impossible, right? It's so infected. So that's why we're like quarantined and we're, so I thought, so this is how I was getting all the AIs, all the stuff started coming in. Okay. And I jumped of Atlantis along. Anyway, I'll go into that when I do the diagram that I want to share. But I want to talk about how my theory is that because what I got downloaded when I first found out about the Morgellons and how it was being delivered through the chemtrails and everything, and so I'm like, oh my gosh, then everything's infected. Okay, we're eating organic, non-GMO, but it's right. So we're having our organic or backyard garden, but it's just so. A lot of people just say, "Oh, just move," Okay, yeah, a lot easier said than done, and it's everywhere. It's in the whole environment, so it's not like you can go anywhere and get away from it. The waters infect everything. Okay, they've done a really good job. Good job, Team Evil, but So when I was asking the time, months ago when I was asking about this, when I first realized all this, and I was trying to figure out, because I'm always about keep going with it. Okay, you have your little breakdown. Okay, keep going. Okay, solution-oriented sessions, right? So I'm like, well, how's it going to be healed? How can we heal all disease and parasites and all this stuff? So, excuse me, I thought, well, just like what everything is, like a star, a person, anything, I'm going to cover up. Now that the light's coming in, I'm like, yeah, I got poofy morning. I should have my head covered anyway right now, but not that it matters, but just cold, so it's good to keep warm. So this pulse, I believe, and I'm looking at this thing in the sky, and it looks like this, like, golden, I'm telling you guys, it's like kind of darker than the background because I got the white blanket, so you can really see this thing really well now. Because it's light now again in the morning, and it's white blanket, so it looks like this black thing hanging out in the sky, and this kind of a little bit darker than the background, and with like this goldenish hue like cascading out of it. Okay. So I'm thinking, okay, all these things coming. Okay, this is just a theory. Okay, whatever. Okay. They might be putting monoatomic gold into the atmosphere, and then something with this pulse is going to like it. I know gold is a superconductor. I don't know how it all works. I don't know, but this is just my mind. Okay, free thinking. And I thought, well, whatever's going on over here might be connected to that, or maybe not. But I just kept getting this like remembering about this download when I was talking to God and asking him about how it's going to be cleansed and healed and the planet purified and everyone made well, and how can we do it like that, like in a twinkling of an eye. So again, okay, theory, okay. So maybe this EMP, this electromagnetic pulse, okay, electric, magnetic, okay, masculine, feminine, masculine, electric, positive, okay, feminine, magnetic, the negative, okay, the void. This is the spark, the sperm, the spirit, the void, the womb, the eye, and then together we have the eye show. So I think something with a combination with what they're, maybe if it's connected with that, again, theory, if it's connected with this ship that's hanging out in the sky, like cascading this gold dust all out of the side of it, okay, maybe that has to do with the pulse, and the pulse is going to, in combination with that, do something electromagnetically, or maybe help with the pole shift. I don't know. All the pole shift theories and all that stuff too. So, you know, we try to science and spirit and all that together, but it's hard to know what the truth is. So, you know, a lot of times we have to go on theory because the truth is hidden from us and turned upside down and backwards and chopped up and scattered all over the place. So, yeah, that's my theory of how maybe the healing and the ascension and I don't know, has something to do with that. I don't know, with the EMP. And I was thinking, well, if that is true, then why would they be making it sound like a nuclear bomb drill? And I just thought, well, we're probably just more conditioned, more used to that, and it would create, as crazy as and it's sad to say really, but it would probably create less panic if it's presented in a war games kind of way. Remember that movie? Bueller. That's a different one, but still same guy. But VOOD. Anybody? Voodoo Economics. Yeah, check that out. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. But War Games. I think, is that what it's called? With Ali Sheedy and him. I say him. I didn't say his name. I can't remember. But yeah, Biloxi Blues. Oh, we had a big crush on him. Anyway. Gosh, I can't remember his name. Anyway, good guy. Cable Man, all those movies. But you know what I'm talking about. So, I think people will just accept it more, ingest it more. It'll be more digestible, more understandable, comprehensible, because we're so polarized, you know, that it it'll just, if there was to be a panic, it would cause less panic presenting it in that way than what's really happening. So because it's pretty mind-blowing, you know, if you're not awake. But if you are awake, it's comforting. But if you're not awake, your mind might be too blown so they have to present it in a way that's more of, like I said, what you can what they can understand if you're not awake. You know, we're more used to war and polarity and all that stuff, is what I'm saying. So it's just going to create less panic, you know. And this just came in right now, is, you know, a lot of the younger people might, but they still might have older relatives that were in a war or something like that. So they're going to tell them, they're going to know what to do, you know what I mean? So, or they know someone who lives off the grid and they have more survival. So everyone has a connection, okay? So they won't panic. So it's going to be more understood in that kind of a way, I think. So, because a lot of people, they don't think on a galactic or cosmic level, or maybe they're not spiritual or awakened to just awakened to the whole illusion, the whole lie of, you know, the math, the big grand deception, you know, but so there's different levels of awakening, right? But I think that's going to be the way to keep most of the masses. So it's understandable. I know it's deceiving, but this is just a theory too. I might be totally off on all of it, and it's not connected, and this or whatever. But I do know the most important thing is when Jesus comes, okay, when our family of light comes, we freeze. We don't do anything, okay? And also, if it is the dark ones coming for us, what can we do? But just freeze. Either way, right? So I mean, there's not much we can do. But the smartest thing to do is just don't go anywhere. But you know, always just keep going about your daily life and being blissful and staying balanced as much as possible. And you know, it's always good to have extra water and stuff anyway. And pantry goods, just in case. You never know, you know, what could happen ever. Just in a regular, during the winter, there could be a storm and you could be out, you know, so whether man-made or natural, whatever. Okay, so it's just good to be prepared. I always have plenty of food and water. My whole fridge is, like, the whole bottom shelf is just stocked with bottles of water. I have a distiller, but I also have a little Brita filter with still have a brand new, like, one of the little filters in the package. So so I have that as well. And there's creeks everywhere, but there's running water constantly where I am. It never runs dry. It's always fully flowing, even throughout the summer. So we would have to purify it and boil it, of course, but very woodsy around here, so it wouldn't be a problem collecting firewood or anything. So people give it away around here. So, but yeah. And I have about like a dozen lighters. So I have, you know, matches, lighters, candles, water, rice and beans. And if you don't have a heat, so you don't have to cook the rice and beans. You can soak them overnight and you can eat them like that. You don't have to. Actually, a lot of vegans, that's what they do, is they soak and sprout stuff, and that's how they eat it, because it activates all the enzymes in the brown rice or the beans or whatnot. So, yeah. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you're well. Just wanted to share my theory with you all. And, yeah, I love you. Peace, blessings. Keep the faith. And I truly believe that we all will be experiencing our bliss very, very soon. All right. Love, peace, and blessings.